Hi guys, we are here once again in Eurovision Fantasia. We are Cara and Aitor, and today we have with us Lonnie Spring, one of the potential representatives for Germany next in the next May in Eurovision 2023 in Liverpool. Hi guys, thank you so much for accepting our invitation and coming to our channel.
Hey there.
Hello.
Thank you guys for having us.
Yeah, thank you for inviting us.
Our pleasure having you here. So before we kick off with talking about Eurovision and the German national final, let's talk a little bit more about the group, the band. When was the band created, and how do you feel when you got chosen to enter the competition? And also, what are your expectations for the contest? And yeah, how did you end up entering the selection?
I mean, we as a band we've been together for like, I don't know, 10 years maybe already.
Almost, yeah.
Almost 10 years. I mean, that guy over there is my twin brother. And we've been making music together since we're like, I don't know, 11 years old, kind of.
Yeah, I think we wrote our first song when we were 11 years old.
Yeah, and from that point on, we started playing in bands, mostly school bands and that kind of stuff, and we've been participating in school band contests and everything. And yeah, then a guitarist joined the band, and I think in 2014, the drummer.
Yeah, like in 2010, our guitarist joined the band, and in 2014, the drummer joined us. So that was like when we were complete. And we're still, it's like still the same lineup, it's still the same setup.
Yeah, it's still the same, people. And yeah, from that point on, we've been we started playing shows and doing basically every gig that we could do. And I think in 2020 we released our first ever real record, which was an EP called Lovers and Strangers. And then
that's when things started to be serious.
Get serious, to kind of get a bit more professional. That's what I think. That was the point where we knew, okay, we want to do this whole thing on a professional level, and we actually want to be musicians, and want to do something to kind of get there, to kind of actually. I mean, that sounds not quite romantic, but to earn money with making music. And then like in November last year, we I mean, we didn't really send them an application at first, like to the Eurovision guys. What I was doing, I was posting a TikTok which said something like, if this TikTok gets 10K views or something, or 10K likes, then we will apply to the Eurovision Song Contest. And it actually got like 33,000 likes in 2 days or something. And that was the main reason why we then really did it. And we were really grateful for all the beautiful and wonderful. Yes,
that was like overwhelming. Like, I mean, because we didn't really plan to really do it. I mean, of course, then we had thought about it, but at that point it got real, and it was just overwhelming that so many people out there wanted us to participate in that competition. And that feeling was one of the most amazing feelings we've got to enjoy so far in our career, because it was like a tremendous amount of appreciation.
Yes.
That was really special for us, because we're still like a little bit of the underdogs. I think
kind of,
this competition, there are a lot of other artists that are already a lot more popular than we are, but
I guess what is so special,
appreciation is great.
I guess what is so special for us to see that there are so many people out there actually wanting us to do that, to participate at the Eurovision, at this whole thing, And it was, as Simon said, it was overwhelming. And also it really kind of pushed us to go, to actually do it and apply. And I think we wouldn't have done it if it wasn't for them, for all those people commenting under the post and saying, hey, let's bring pop punk to the Eurovision Song Contest. And so I think 2 days later, I actually applied via I think it was just like I don't know, it was online or via email, I can't remember. And then I think 2-3 weeks, maybe a month later, I got a call from someone from the team, and it was kind of crazy, and it was actually so surreal for us. That at first it was kind of hard to believe that we're in, that it actually, that they actually wanted us to perform it. It was like, okay, we're making rock music, we're making this kind of pop punk and noughties kind of vibe, kind of music. So I mean, we really wanted to participate and we really wanted to be a part of this whole thing, but we couldn't really believe it until we got the call, and even then it was it seemed surreal.
I think we're still like processing what's happening right now.
Yes,
of course you are. So you guys talked about like making this TikTok, being like, oh yeah, we like this when we enter Eurovision. What made you make TikTok, and did you want to enter this competition for like a long time, or was it just like an impulse thought, make a TikTok, post it on TikTok, get likes, enter, get chosen?
I mean, I think I don't want to say that we've been fans of the Eurovision for years, but I mean, it's been a part of our lives since we were young. I mean, I remember watching the Eurovision Song Contest with my parents back in, I don't know, 2010 or something. Was it 2020 when Germany won?
2010, I think. Yeah.
And but what made me post the TikTok was actually I don't know if you guys know this, but you were able to apply for the contest through using a hashtag.
I saw that.
It's like a wild card. The winner of that like immediately gets to the foreign child.
Yeah, so that's what I and our drummer and our guitarist both sent me a video of, I think it was actually the Eurovision TikTok channel itself, or like the Eurovision Germany TikTok channel, where they explained this whole thing and the thing with the hashtag and how you could apply for it, and they said just try it maybe, and I was like, I didn't know if we actually should do it at first, but then like 2 days after that I decided to just go for it and just give it a try, and so I posted TikTok with the hashtag, and because it got so much attention, we actually applied to it officially, not just through the hashtag. So that's
I think the reason why we had not really thought about actually applying for the Eurovision Song Contest to the Eurovision Song Contest yet was just because it's not like it's a huge platform for all kind of music, but we didn't think that pop punk music would do so well. Like, I mean, so far, let's see what happens now, but there's not a lot of pop punk music, the Eurovision Song Contest, so we hadn't really thought about actually applying. But when we posted that TikTok and then realized a lot of people want that on their platform, pop punk music and stuff, like there was already no turning back. We had to do it.
Yeah. I mean, I think this year Germany really wants to like give an opportunity for young artists to new music to to showcase and represent Germany, because they did a lot of effort and emphasis on this TikTok thing. So yeah, Probably that's why, like, I think you got chosen, and because you represent a lot, like the German people.
Yeah,
So,
definitely.
and talking now a little bit more about your song, the one you are competing in the German national final with, it's called Misfit, and can you tell us a little bit more what inspired you to write the song, and how was the songwriting process of it?
The writing process was actually really it was actually, it just took I think a few days to write the song. It was the fastest song to write that we ever wrote, I guess, because it just it came together so naturally. The main reason, or what we wanted to say with that song, or what we wanted to achieve, was to like, we've never been the coolest kids in school, and when we grew up, we were kind of always everybody looked at us as the weirdos, kind of the outsiders, and we were we grew up in a very small town. I think we have like 7,000 inhabitants or something, and our guitarist even grew up in a smaller town, or I don't know if you can actually call it town. It's more of a village with 300 people living there. And
Yeah.
so yeah, we kind of grew up yeah, in like small towns, and we're always kind of the weirdos there, but we wanted to be ourselves, and not everybody liked that. And because of that, because it was kind of hard for us to fit in, we actually did, like, during those years, we changed our appearance, and I don't know if we changed ourselves, but we've been wearing different things just to try to fit in the society we were living in. And later on, we began to realize that this isn't what we are and how we feel comfortable, and that is not the right thing to do, to change yourself because you want other people to like you. And that's basically what the song is about. It's not just about being an outsider. It's about like,
creating a place for people like us, I think.
And also to kind of the message of the song is that it's more important to look into the mirror and like what you see there, than to fit in, and that other people see you and like what you see, because it's, at the end of the day, you should be happy with yourself, and not the other, like, the other ones don't have to be happy with how you look, or how you're behaving, or whatever. It's like, it should be more about yourself.
I love that.
And you should,
yeah. And I mean, a lot of people feel like that, so
definitely, I do.
yeah. And so we thought, like, let's just create something together. Like, you always feel like you're alone with that feeling, but that's not the case. So why don't we put all those misfits together and create something that's just bigger than that, you know?
Yeah, love that. It's amazing. So also, Misfit has a very like 2000 sort of a teenage anthem vibe, like Green Day sort of vibes. Who are your musical influences, and what's like sort of genres, obviously pop punk, like inspire you in your music?
Oh, a lot of different things actually inspire us. I mean, we do listen to a lot of pop punk music, and very obviously,
I mean, we grew up in that kind of music, so
yeah,
those bands like My Chemical Romance, Fall Out Boy.
Yes,
yeah,
yes, good.
yeah.
Like, when
I mean, like, yeah, like our biggest idols are probably My Chemical Romance, but also, yeah, like Fall Out Boy, Panic at the Disco and stuff. I mean, we do listen to a lot of other stuff as well, as like Harry Styles or something, and a lot of different things and kinds of shoulders. But yeah, I mean, in regards to Misfit, it was definitely a lot of pop punk influence on that.
It's probably the most pop punk song that we have. And I mean, I think what was happening during the writing process is that we've always wanted to write a track that is actually like so forward with being just real, not generic, but kind of like really straight to the point, pop punk and just that. And because what is happening right now, or what was happening like over the course of the last few years in like America, with even like a rapper like Machine Gun Kelly doing pop punk songs, and people like Youngblood from the UK, I think that really has inspired us to go forward with the whole, to just do a straight pop punk song. I mean, we've always been a pop punk emo kind of band, but this is a song that is probably, it sounds the most like it's would actually be from a 2000.
Definitely sounds like it.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any favorite songs from like My Chemical Romance, Fall Out Boy, Panic at Disco, anyone like that?
Like what favorite songs? Favorite songs
from them, like.
Oh wow! Oh my god!
Yeah, that's like, kind of tough one.
It's really tough to say what My Chemical Romance song is my favorite, because I guess they're all my favorite.
Mine's Helena.
Like, oh yeah, that's great. I mean, if I had to choose an album, I mean, it's Black Parade is also. I mean, it's great, but like for me, the best album is actually Three Cheers. It's just, I don't know, it's just the album that I've been listening to the most. But it's kind of hard to say. So it would probably be a song from that album, from Three Cheers for Sweet Revenge, and it maybe it's kind of hard. I mean, every song of those two albums is a straight banger.
So good.
Yeah. I mean, in regards to My Chemical Romance, for instance, I think it's a little bit difficult because every album has its own story. Like, it's like a concept. I mean, it is a concept. Every album has a concept. So it's all little. It's just, different. Every album has its own purpose. So it's difficult. And for instance, which is kind of funny, and I guess a lot of people can relate to that. In regards to Danger Days, it took me some time to like it. I mean, it was not like I didn't like it, but at first, like, I didn't just feel the same way about it like I did with like Three Cheers for Sweet Revenge or the Black Parade. But now, like years after that, I love every track of the album. So this just took me some time to kind of get used to to different kind of sound of the band.
That's cool. That's great. They're such a good band, aren't they?
Oh yeah.
Love them.
Yeah.
So talking a bit more about the competition. Yeah, sorry.
All right. I just want to say that if I have to choose, maybe I go for it's a fashion statement on a Death Wish, maybe.
Okay.
Oh wait, yeah.
It's not a fashion statement.
It's not a fashion statement. It's Death Wish. It's the other way around. Yes, sorry. Those titles are hard to remember.
I actually thought that because I remember that you said that once. Yeah, some time ago. Well.
So yeah, I was saying that so you will be performing at the final of the national final for Germany next 3rd of March. And what sort of performance can we expect from you from this song? Is it gonna be like are you gonna be? I guess you're gonna be like with the band and with. Are you allowed to play live, or I don't know if how it works in the national final? But yeah, what can we expect? Because these kind of songs really come to life, like in the live, like with an audience. This kind of songs of this genre. So yeah.
We actually want. We've been asked this question a lot, like in the last few days, but we decided to keep everything that like regarding the show, to keep everything a secret, because I guess it's more fun.
It's just a lot more fun. Yeah, it's just a lot more fun
if you don't know a single thing about it. yet. So
yeah, if you already like know the kind of direction where it's heading, you might, you know, we don't want people to know anything at all about the show, so they don't really know what to expect, and then boom, something
so
crazy happens.
Yeah,
and,
hopefully that's what's going to
they're
happen.
really excited. And if it's like really bad, they at least didn't expect something. Hopefully it's not. It will not be bad. It will be great.
Well, so
It's gonna be good.
So speaking of Unser Lied for Liverpool, if you were to win a competition, how would that like feel for you? Like feel like going to Eurovision representing Germany? Would you change the performance that we don't know anything about yet to go to go to the big stage, or yeah, just like how do you feel about like, you know, if you won a competition?
It's kind of hard to say, because I think it already felt really surreal, knowing that we'll be part of a national final. Yeah. So it will probably, yeah, if we would win, I guess I don't know, it will just be crazy and really hard to believe, and probably the biggest thing that, yeah.
What would really be cool about it is that it wouldn't just be a huge step for us as a band or as persons. It would also be a huge step for the whole genre in Europe. Like, I mean, I think, yeah, Julian, I think, said that before. In the US, it's already so big again. Like the 2000 pop punk era is already big. MGK has gone one on the Billboard charts with one of his albums, I think. Right, and like it's already really big there, and I think Europe, there's always some kind of delay. Like,
yes,
it's like
America, then it's UK, and
then
like
no, I see that like I think you said Youngblood, obviously everyone like hates him and stuff, and like there's one I mean, there are big Fall Out Boy concerts in London, for example, and My Chemical Romance in the UK, but I don't see it happening really in Europe. I just really see it in the UK and America.
Yeah. Like there's always a bit of a delay.
But like it always takes. Germany's always like, I think three years late, I think.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
with everything. I mean, this could be the moment. Like this could be the moment. If we get to play at the in Liverpool at the Eurovision Song Contest, if we get to bring pop punk to that huge stage, I think that will kind of, you know, be a European revival of the entire scene, which will be just great.
Like, there's actually a funny story about like Germany always being so late with when it comes to music, because in 2015 or something, Simon and I been to the UK, and it was so funny because like all the stuff that was popular and was on the charts there, like when we flew back home, it was like it had the exact delay, like it was like a year late or something, and then,
I think 1 or 2 years later,
and we're like, we've already seen that. It's like it's over, guys. It's but Germany's always late.
Yeah, I mean everything, not just music. Like we saw something like some kind of odd boots, and we thought like, do they wear that here? And then like 1 or 2 years later, we had the same thing in Germany, and we're like, okay. Like we already knew that was about to happen, but it's funny that it actually does.
I actually didn't know that. It's quite funny.
Yeah.
Great. So I'm now talking more about you, like about you and your band. So what can we expect from you apart from Eurovision this year? Are you gonna release new songs or any collaboration maybe planned, or even some live concerts and tours coming up?
We've got a tour coming up. I mean, the dates aren't announced yet, but they are already booked, and I think we will announce them in 1 or 2 weeks, or maybe this week. I don't know, but really soon. And so we're going to go on tour. We're going to play a few festivals, which will also be announced, during the next weeks, I think. And also we will be releasing new music. I think we will release an EP in May or June or something. I think there are like 2 to 4 singles coming like in the next 2 months or something, or 3 months. And yeah, so new music and a lot of shows.
Can we say when the next song will be released, or do you not want to say it?
No, because it actually got delayed.
Maybe it's
it actually got delayed today.
Okay.
So yeah, it got delayed because it was meant to come out mid-February, but it got delayed. So I think it's the first new single comes out in somewhat like in March, I think.
Okay, that's
I mean, like, what might be interesting to know is that like Misfit is the first single of that EP. So
yes,
it's all going to be a bit. I mean, not just a bit, like pretty pop punk.
Okay, that's
pop punk EP, and it's gonna go in that direction. Musically.
So we haven't got too much time left, but we want to talk to you about Unser Lied, for Liverpool, about the competition. Like, it's a very strong competition this year. Germany's really stepped up their game, from past years. How do you feel about the competition you're up against this year?
I think
it's gonna be a challenge. I mean, all of the other artists are very good, and also there are artists who already have like a huge fan base. Like, this is going to be really hard for us to compete against these people. But I mean, I don't know. We're just really grateful that we get to be there, and we have the opportunity to show to a lot of people what we can do, what we're capable of as a band, and what our message is. And we just hope that this will get to the people, that the people can relate to the message, that they can relate to the band, and even to us as band members. And maybe we can share this dream. Maybe that's really what we're trying to achieve with the live show there.
Also, I think what is really wonderful to see, you already said that, is that I also think that Germany really stepped up their game this time. It's wonderful to see that they, I mean, I guess they would try to be to get they wanted more genres, I think, to participate and to spread and to kind of, it's like, it seems a lot like genre and music wise, it seems a lot broader than the last years. And that's probably also the reason why we're in the national finals, because I think I think a band like us would have been possible like the last few years. That just, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, that's cool. Like, that's a great opportunity. And I don't know, I mean, whatever happens, it's going to be amazing. Like, even if we don't make it, it's great.
I mean, I think we already won, and every contestant already won, because like what was happening to us like during the last days since the announcement, it's all been so overwhelming. It's like that. It's numbers in social media and Spotify and all that kind of stuff. They have been increasing by such a huge amount just through the announcement. And so I guess every contestant in the national finals in Germany already won in some way. So whatever happens, this already has been one of the biggest steps for us as a band, like regardless of what happens.
That's great.
Yeah.
Your music.
And
Sorry. Sorry. And now the final question before we go. Let's talk about more about Eurovision. So it's true that your genre is not very well known to be in Eurovision states, but we can, like, there are some bands and like rock bands more than punk, but that they've competed in Eurovision. Do you have any song that you like or do you remember from Eurovision, either from Germany or other country that you can relate to and you really remember?
I mean, one is very obvious.
One is very obvious, and that's Måneskin. Yes. And I actually got to know them, got to know their music through the Eurovision. like everyone else probably, but it isn't from Italy. And so that was also a really wonderful thing, because it's like that band's now one of my favorite bands, just because I've seen them on TV and was like, oh, like what is happening? What are they doing? Was amazing. And also, like we've been talking about 2010, and there was a band called Manga.
Yeah, that was cool.
Who came second?
Don't get mad, but I like that song more than Germany's song, and I Date a Nation.
Yeah, I also think that. I mean, I wanted it. I think I actually voted for them, or my parents did. I mean, I wasn't.
Such a good song.
You cheated.
I'm obsessed with that song. Oh my god.
That was cool. And it's so funny because we've talked about that before, about 2010, and that we liked Manga, but it's funny, like what happened to them. I need to check that out, man. Are they still like a band?
Yeah,
that was really cool.
Big. Yeah, they are still big in Turkey. Like all my friends, like
all the bands and stuff.
Okay.
They still make
Maybe I should check out the new stuff then.
It's not as good as the old stuff, just to let you know.
Oh, okay.
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 But if they see this and they ever need a support band, we will be glad to do it.
That was cool.
Yeah.
So great. So I think that's all of our questions we have for you today. Thank you so much for coming to our interview and chatting to us today. And we wish you best of luck in the competition very soon. Do you have a message to send to our followers at Eurovision Fantasia?
I mean, we're really thankful to be, and we're grateful to be a part of this whole thing. And I think like it's so crazy to see that this is the thing we didn't know before. I think the Eurovision has such a, like the fan base is just so into it. It's just so, well, they're all, I think we're also dedicated. It's so crazy seeing that. That's a wonderful thing. And there are so many blogs and so many YouTube channels or websites revolving around that topic, like the Eurovision. And we've been like, it's just so crazy to see that and it's also so wonderful to see that it's such a, I think, open-minded community. And we're very grateful to now forever be a part of it, even if it's just for the national finals. But we participate in, and that's so we, in some way, will forever be part of the Eurovision, and we're really glad about that.
Yeah, and like I've said before, this is just not like about us, it's about like pop punk in Europe and in general. So if you want to be part of the pop punk wave, if you like can really relate to that, you should just join us. Like, this is Lonely Spring is not just like the band, it's also the community, and everyone is invited to be part of it.
Thank you so much.